How do you put yourself first whilst caring for someone else's feelings and life plans?
Yeah,
Tough question.
it is a tough question. The thing that's jumping into my mind is that it's boundaries, that it is, and I think it's about protecting and respecting and preserving the things that are important to you whilst you support somebody else. So I think I would agree with you. Like, it's not necessarily about putting yourself first, but I think it's about not putting yourself last. Does that make sense? Because it sounds like that's the same thing, but it's not.
Yeah,
So I think we a lot of people feel like that you can't have both of those things. Can you still put yourself first and support somebody else's like priorities and things that are important to them? And I think a lot of people feel it needs to be like an either or an or rather than you can do both things. So I think, again, communication is really important. Like, you need to sit down with people to say, right, this is what's really important to me. And like, this is what is non-negotiable and this is what is negotiable. So like with you, like there's certain things that are going to be non-negotiable. Like there's certain things that you need in life that are your commitment to what you do. But there will also be some things that you are willing to negotiate. You know, there's
yeah,
certain things that you can be more flexible with, or it might be certain things that you can give or take on. But there will also be some very kind of like hard and fast, like this has to happen or this can't happen, like for it to fit in line. And I think that would be the same with the other person as well. So I think the communication is really important, of sitting down and saying, right, this is what's really important, this is what is not negotiable, and this is what I'm willing to kind of discuss and work out how we find that joint solution to be able to make it work for both of us. So
yeah,
I think it's that kind of, I'm okay, you're okay, not necessarily, well, I won't be okay so that you can be okay, or you can't be okay because I need to be okay. It's finding a way forward where I'm okay and you're okay. I'm doing the things that are important to me, you're doing the things that are important to you, and then we come together on some of those other things as well. So you I think it's the way it's also worded in terms of putting yourself first, because that sounds, I guess that societal thing, isn't it, that putting yourself first sounds quite selfish. But I think I'm like, my interpretation of that is about respecting and preserving the things that are important to you whilst supporting somebody else. And
yeah,
that for me is the boundaries. And then it's like that communication of being able to say, this is what's important, these are the things that are less important, that we can play about with and work out how we make that work together. So I think it's not so much about putting yourself first, it's about making sure that you don't put yourself last to accommodate somebody else's needs and their dreams and their goals.
no, I definitely see what you're saying, and I do agree. I do agree. Yeah,
I think there's also the life cycle as well. I think dependent on what things are, sometimes, you know, you do have to put yourself first and you do have to prioritize the things that are important if you want to achieve them. Because anything where there's a small percentage of people that achieve it, it means you've got to go above and beyond what everybody else is doing to be able to get there. And
yeah,
sometimes that does mean that you need to put that goal above, not in terms of putting yourself first, but you need to put that goal first. And that does mean then that deprioritizes other things. But I think the communication is really important, because what you're saying is, this is important to me, I need to put time and effort and energy into this. What you're not saying, but what could be interpreted, is this is more important than you.
yeah. It's true. But I don't think putting yourself first is necessarily being selfish, because if you don't put yourself first and you can help everyone else do it, support and do what they need to do, at the end of the day, what are you going to be left with if you haven't done anything for yourself? Most likely nothing. So it's not selfish, but that's why kind of the way you said it, it's like a dance. Like you come out, you put yourself first as the main priority, but there's times where someone else is gonna need your support or help, so you help them, and then you come back to bettering yourself.